Hi everybody, how's it going today? Back again with another video. Today I am at my house and I am repainting our master bedroom. So this is what it looks like. I took the bed out already and the dresser. We're going to be scraping these stickers off the wall here. And I'm going to be getting rid of this feature wall. So this is what we want to do first. The first thing we want to do is we want to scrape anything off the wall. Stickers, we want to take pictures off the wall and we want to patch them right away so then our mud can dry and we can continue on without too much delay. So we will start with scraping off the stickers. So just phone to gauge. So we just want to take our punny knives here, our muddy knives, and they're pretty sharp. So we just want to scrape with a little bit of force, scrape it off the wall, try to get right underneath the letters. Try not to gouge the wall too much, because then that's more patching you'll have to do. Come from this side, maybe just push and twist. The stickers will come off eventually. Just throw it on the floor. Gentle but rough. Just put it at, like, I don't know, that angle. Try to get up underneath it. Two hands, two knives. Try to get those stickers off because it will make it harder to scrape after it's all built up on there. If they don't come off, by picking them off, just scrape them off. Throw them on the floor, pick them up later. So just pretty much want to scrape it, try to get up underneath instead of gouging it, because when you're gouging it, you're not saving yourselves any time. Just more patching, more spot priming. Bring your knives off, one more, just try to get all these little stickers off here. You got to get it all off because you'll see it after you put a coat of paint on. You see a little bump where it used to be or whatever, where you hadn't taken your little piece of sticker off. Paint does not hide anything. If anything, it highlights it. Oh, see, I just got it all off. Okay. If you see anything else that needs to be scraped on the wall, scrape it. Okay, over here, there's a picture. So you want to take this off.
How easy was that?
Pretty easy. Just put it in the center. I'll just go here. This one. No attack. That'll be easy whole fix. Okay, now what we want to do is pull sand. You want to knock all your bumps off after this paint job is about 7 years old now. So we definitely want to pull sand the walls, knock all the dust off, and just little stuff that is on the walls from the last paint job. So what I like to do is I like to tape the back of my sandpaper. I'm using 120 grit. You can get it at the paint store. You definitely want to pull sand your walls you know, before you repaint them, when you're repainting your rooms. So just pull it, put it on the edge there. Doing it on the carpet, so it's so good. You want to make it straight. You don't want to overlap it because then your sandpaper won't wear properly. Okay, so you want to have it right side by side, like that. And I like to rip this part off, if I can. Just the excess. That's good job. Okay, so now to load up your sanding pole, you want to have it. This is that when the clip is down, it's tight. Okay, so we want your clips up to open it. So you want to put your sandpaper, hold it this way while the head of the sandpaper or the sanding pole is this way, right? Put it in between your slot. And then push down on your tab, turn it. I like to pull it a little bit, bend it, try to fold it up inside there, get it in that other slot there, push your tab down, ready to go. So now what we want to do is we want to, we'll start here, pull sand. Now when you're pull sanding, you want to overlap your sanding by, I don't know, half or so. Careful, you don't want to be too whammy and hit up your ceiling because then you'll leave a mark. Because your sanding pole will leave marks. Okay, so you want to drag it down. You don't want to hit your trim. Up and down. Overlap. Then you've got a good sand. This will make the walls a lot smoother. Now you can turn it. You can turn your sanding pole whatever way you want. Just keep it on the wall. You know, you don't have to go hard unless you know you're grinding on your wall. So yeah, always make sure where you're walking. Now we're coming up to our feature wall. So after I get this, after this is repainted, this is going to open up the room and make it look a lot brighter. Right now, it feels closed in and it's kind of small, so this will definitely improve the room. I like to bang that extra dust off on the wall there, just because it builds up on the sandpaper and doesn't feel like it's getting the wall as much. Make sure you don't hit the trim. See, there's nail pop right there. I think painters would make good curlers because you're pole sanding, right? It's like the same as brewing on the ice there. Except you're taking longer strokes. always hurry hard when you're going pole sanding. Here's some of their stickers were right here, right? So we definitely want to work this area a little bit. Gotta get that residue, sand that residue off. Okay, now that that's done, now we need to patch. I like to put my drop sheets down after I tape the base, because when you're moving around on the drop sheets trying to tape the base, it just moves your drop sheets around on you. So instead of moving them, where put knives. Okay, so there's not much patching in here to do, so I keep my place pretty tip-top for damage. So we'll just look around here. Okay, there was a picture here, right here. So you just want to push it, right? Just like in the last video there. Keep your knives clean. Just take a little bit, right? And then just put it on the hole, push. Push down until the hole's filled. You'll see it. Because the more you have built up, the more mud you have like that, that's going to take probably an hour to dry. And I don't want to have that time today because it's Sunday and I've worked all week, so thin, and then that will dry in maybe 10 minutes. So we'll just keep checking around here. Here's some little damage here. Just gotta look around. If you see something like this, this is a nail pop here. That's just over time the screw is pushing out of the board just because of the house shifting and stuff. You can scrape it off. I scrape it off and then I just feel it. And then just patch over it. We will be taking these off next. I've already started, so we'll take this one off and that one off over there, and then we'll just be taping around the cable outlet and the phone jack. There's the wires. I'm not taking the wires off, so I'll just tape around them. So we'll move over here. Straight. Knock that edge down. Looking pretty good for damage so far. Hardly any. And over here, I just want to take this sanding sponge here. Well, actually, take this piece of sandpaper. This is a piece of 120 grit. Pull it up. And I know I ground down on this, but I don't know. Can you see this gauge through the camera there? The residue letters from the letters right here.
Yeah, they can.
Okay. So just get that a little more with the sandpaper here. Definitely want to get that residue off. as much as you can anyways. That feels good. Okay, so I think that is pretty much about it. Okay, so next, we just want to keep the rest of our mud in case we miss something as we're going along. Taping base, you might see a patch that needs to be done, patched up, so we will keep those aside. So our next step here, while our patches are drying, is let's take off these outlets. So here, we'll just, I got an old knife here, it's pretty well used. I like the ones with a hook on the end because they're easy access for opening up paint cans and just other stuff. The regular ones without the hook are fine, but I prefer the one without, because you don't need to search for a screwdriver. And then, you know, you don't want to use this side either because this is weak and it will bend, and then your knife won't work the same. So Wolf knife with the hook is the way to be, bye. So we'll just put them up there. This will tape around because there's wires connected to here. I'm not touching that because I'll shock myself. So okay, now that that's done, we want to tape our base with the frog tape. Now this stuff is good stuff. In our last video there, I showed you when I was repainting the kids' bedrooms there. What you have to do is make sure, you know, that your base is dirt and dust free. So what we want to do, just pick these up now, because the next step's going to be drop sheets, I think. Pick these up. Okay, so duster brush, tape, and 1-inch putty knife. So dust it, dust the whole thing, make sure you get it all. Like if you have like a buildup of dust from maybe a year or two of not cleaning the base or whatever, you'll probably want to wash that off with some detergent and some soapy water. And then make sure you get all that dust off. Let it dry real good, and then, like, that's the worst case scenario. But usually just a duster brush will suffice. So pull a good, you know, couple of feet off here. Place it. You got a good shot here, Gage? Place it right in the corner, right? Keep tension on the other side with the other hand. And just with your thumb place it or pull it in place. So you want to just place it right in there, right in that corner, and use your putty knife to press down the tape. Because if you don't do this step and you just use your fingernail, it's not going to be good enough because you'll wear your fingernail down. Trust me, I've done it, and it hurts. So, and you won't get you'll get tons of bleeding even with the frog tape. So you have to press it down with the putty knife. So just place. You want to tape off all the base in here, and if you're not really good on a brush or whatever, you can take your trim. I don't take the trim. I like to cut around it. You come over on this side here, Gage. The frog tape is $10 a roll at the paint store, Cloverdale Paint. That's where we get all our paint from.
Red Deer, Alberta.
In Red Deer, Alberta. At the South Store. Okay, so I just have some leftovers here, so just because it's $10 a roll, you definitely don't want to have too much waste, so you want to place it in there. And then I just take my knife, because I don't like any folds or whatever, because something could happen. Just try to cut it off there. There, okay. Okay, move down, or retrieve you. Today we are using Cloverdale Super 2 eggshell. Again, Cloverdale is good paint. It's really easy to work with, as everybody will see today, because to repaint that feature wall, it should only take 2 coats of paint. And when it comes time for us to start painting, to pull out the paint and put it in the tray and stuff like that, we'll want to do that wall first. What time are we at, Gage?
23 minutes.
Really? 23 minutes?
Yep.
So what happened here was just a little short, it's stuck there, great. So I'll rip off another little bit. You want to make sure it's all straight all the way around. You don't want to have any holes in there, because you'll see it and then you'll have to touch it up with your trim paint after. More walls. Stir. See these patches that we had done here, like how many minutes ago, maybe 8 minutes ago, they're already just about dry. I'm going as fast as I can to tape, everybody. Oh, I forgot this one. So yeah. See, that one's still wet. How you can tell when your patches are ready to sand is this right here is wet. This right here is dry. So this is going to be a little bit. We got the heat vent right here. Blow it up. I just took it. If you have a patch here and you have a heater here, if you can, just take it out of the carpet a little bit and just angle it up, and then that will blow that dry faster. Or you can get an oscillating fan in your room there. The faster you can get your patches dry, the faster you can get them spot primed and get your job done. Nothing worse than watching patches dry and paint dry. Okay, so now here, feature wall.
Alright.
Okay.
That's right.
This one's just about dry. It's going to be so nice to have this feature wall gone. It's been like this ever since we moved in here and I painted it. I always get carried away by doing feature walls. That's why I repainted the kids' rooms and got rid of their feature walls too. And their bedrooms look way better and brighter and bigger. Right, Gage?
Yep.
So I just will tear off the excess. Here. What I like to do too is, if you can, try to measure how much you need to rip, and then it will fit in between the base better and the wall, or the trim and the wall and the base better. And just place it in there sideways, place, push it, ta-da! Alright, now we'll do these. Make sure you're dust free. So just rip a bunch off. You definitely want to have your placing properly, or your tape properly placed on whatever you're taping, because if it's on the wall, you'll see where you went up on the wall after you've tore off your tape. So you want to keep everything precise. Like, everything in painting is pretty precise. Like, there's no cheating on anything. Like, if you don't spot prime your wall, all your patches, and spot prime means this will have to be rolled with paint first before we roll the whole wall, right? Because you need at least a couple of coats to build this part up, or you'll see it through. So if you take a shortcut and you don't spot prime your patches first, and you just recoat your wall, what's going to happen when it dries is you're going to see exactly where all your patches are, and then you'll have to recut and redo your whole wall again, because it will flash over when you're trying to cover this up. So there's one, and then there's one over here. Are you getting bored, Gage?
Nope.
So you want to place it precisely on the white part there, just on your switch plate here. Pull it down with a little bit of tension, and with your other hand, place it. Use your fingernail and push it on there, and then go around with your putty knife. Just seal the deal. Okay. Next step is now we want to put down our drop sheets. So you always want to put something down. Bed sheet might be a little thin, because when you have a drip of paint, it could go through the fabric on your sheet, right? This is canvas. It's not going to go through onto your flooring. So you want to make sure that it's all nice and tight, because drop sheets are a total trip hazard. So drop sheet, you have to turn that around the room here. Got all my stuff in the way here. See, that's why I like working in a clear room and nothing in it, because it's easier. last time. Oh, that's always on the weird stick. This. One more job sheet layout. Okay, now what we can do is we'll have to move this over because this patch is still drying. Oh, I didn't take that off. Whoops. Squirrel. Okay, now we'll just put this back up here. Okay, that's still drying. So, okay, what we want to do, well, our patches are drying is we can cut this out here. And what I mean by cut is we'll take a brush and we'll start brushing out our feature wall to get, we want to start on this first because this is going to take 2 coats. The rest of the room is going to take 1. Okay, so we want to catch up the feature wall with the rest of the room here. So what we want to do first is, well, I guess we could sand whatever is dry. So take your sanding sponge and, you know, with, you know, moderate pressure, you know, sand your patch until it's like basically, you know, you don't want to have it all gone, but, you know, you don't want to have any ridges either. So this one here, I like to start sand around the edges and then work your way in to the patch, and that should be good. Feel it, and then you shouldn't feel anything. There's something here that just needs to be sanded. Oh, this one up here. And then after, since there's dust right here, you want to get that off, so you want to dust that off. Dust this one. Dust is a painter's worst enemy because dust will make your walls super rough. So now we'll definitely want to spot prime these when we're rolling this wall. So we'll brush out our dust. Everything was here. Oh, there we got this one. Okay, over here. Just remember, you know when your patches are dry is when it's totally white. If it's a little gray like this still, see, that's still wet. So we'll leave that. Dust. Dust, dust, dust. Right, Gage? Always got the dust.
Yep.
You don't want to have any dust in your paint. You don't want to have any really dust on your walls. This one. Okay, so we're just basically waiting for this one. So by the time we get this cut and get our paint in our tray, okay, I'll be right back. We just got to get some plastic, okay?
Alright. I think later on we're gonna start painting it. It's cool. And here we go.
Whoa,
Oh,
that's good. It's not going to hurt the floor. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to get our roller set up and our tray. So you need a tray, paint inliner. I've already used this from our last video there from kids' rooms. As long as you clean it out really good with the brush and let it dry, it'll be fine for your next use. Okay, so we want to have this roller cage and our sleeve from before because it's still good. Our paint, Super 2 eggshell, Cloverdale, good paint. Super 1 is good too, but Super 2 is
The
a
best.
little more durable. You can wash the walls, but you're really not supposed to wash your walls. Okay, let's have our brush. We're using a brand new brush today, Wooster 2.5 inch Ultra Pro Firm. I like this kind of brush because it's firm, and the other ones are just too, I don't know, flimsy, you know. So I like a firmer brush. So 2.5 inch. You could use a 3 inch. You could even use a 1.5 inch. It would take you probably twice as long though. So okay, that knife. So what you want to do is you give it a shake because it's been sitting a couple of days. So just give it a good shake. And then even though you're shaking it, it's still good to stir it because all your salmon still sinks to the bottom there. So you want to stir that up. All that good stuff.
Like a can opener.
Yeah, so that's why you want this with the hook. So it's easier to stick in the lip there and just, unless you have a paint opener. Paint lid opener you can get at the paint store as well. I like to clean off my lid with my finger because I don't like the big buildup, and it's waste paint on there, so you want to have all that paint. Paint's expensive, so you don't want to waste it, so you'll want to stir it, so stir it. Up, bring it down, try not to spill any around the lip. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to use this as our cutting can as well, because you always want to use the same paint out of the same can or same fiber when you're working with it. You never want to use a different gallon of the same color because it could be a shade or two lighter or darker, right? So always work out of the same material. So you want to pour this into your tray, you know, enough to make a cut can out of there. So you want to, there's a quarter left or whatever, 3/4 full here. So then now we want to just take this and we want to put it on our page. And we're going to want to, okay, well, I'm going to want to cut that first. Got to make sure you keep all your tools clean because they're easier to work with, easier to get the sleeve on and off the roller sometimes. So there we go, that's ready to go. You always want to make sure you keep the paint wrapped up. It doesn't take this long to dry out, and then once it dries out, it creates a skin on top, and as soon as you do this, you got it on your roller, you go up, and you got it all over your walls. So you definitely want to keep your paint covered. I like to tuck it in. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to take our brush and your paint, and we're going to start on this wall first. So what we want to do is we want to start with getting this brown. So you want to place it and then put it up there. You don't want it on the ceiling, on the white at all. Go down. What time are we at, Gage?
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
That's a long time.
This won't take long to do this. Cut this wall in and roll it and get this spot primed.
What the heck is happening?
I don't know. Is that happy?
No.
Okay, shade spots.
Try to ignore that stupid neighborhood.
So what you want to do when you're cutting your ceiling is you want to cup above your window trim here, because you don't want to slop too much of your wall paint on your top of your window trim here. And now you'll be able to see this blind. It won't blend into the wall so good. Are you sweaty, Gage, or is it just me?
Sweaty?
Yeah.
Kind
it's
of.
humid.
Yeah.
When you're painting, it gets pretty humid too, because of the water in the paint evaporates out, and it doesn't take long to steam up your windows. So it's just about break time here. Because after we get this cut, this patch down here is dry enough to sand, and we will be rolling this wall and spot priming our patches, and then it's break time. We've got to wait for the paint to dry. So it will usually take maybe about 20 minutes for the paint to dry on the wall before you can recoat it. It depends how humid and cold also too the conditions are. It's probably 20 some degrees in here, so it won't take long. So we'll spot prime these ones since they're right there, and we can't really get in there with the roller too easily. Doesn't this look easy? But it's not. I've got some skill. I've been doing this for 20 years, so it's pretty amazing how fast 20 years goes by. So we're just cutting down the side of the trim here, the window trim. Gage will get it on the other side there on video. And this is how you change your feature wall. You want to do it first, definitely, because then if you do it, if you don't do it in the order that I'm doing it in this video, you'll have extra waiting time. So come over on here and come over here on this angle here, Gage, and then you can see, hopefully, you got it?
Yeah.
Can you see in the corner that I'm getting it in the...
Yeah.
Okay. The pressure, people watching and me cut, and then I hope I don't get any on the white part. So remember, you want to dip it, right? Give it a swish. Get the excess off, right? Flip it over. Dab it, place, drag it down. Breathe. Some brown showing through there, get all that. Oh, that's cracking from my caulking. Get the rest of the glue. This is going to make the bedroom look like a whole different bedroom with this wall gone. Or not the wall, the color, sorry. I'm excited. Floor because your next step is to roll. Okay, to your size gauge.
Alright.
There. Okay.
Yep.
Now, our next step is to roll. So, cover the paint. Grab your brush. Make sure there's no holes in your plastic because it will dry out and your brush will be no good. So, okay. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to keep our paint close to us. We don't want to be walking around the room here because stuff could happen. So we want to sand our patch. Dust, okay. Okay, now to roll, you want to make sure that your roller sleeve is, saturated in paint, but not so saturated that it's dripping, okay? So you want to roll her up. You want to bang this off a little bit because then if it is dripping, it will bang that off and into your tray instead of on your walls. Okay, so we want to extend our extension pole. We don't want to start in the center of our wall, okay, just like everybody does in the commercials. We want to start close to the corner, okay, with our soaked roller. You want to go up, down, okay, all the way up, all the way down. You don't want to go like this, and some over here because that's not how you paint. It's up, down. Okay, make sure you go forward. Oh, I forgot to cut around there. Bad me. I'll have to get that after. And then back roll. So you want to go forwards to spread your paint out evenly. You don't have your drop sheet up on there and touch your drop sheet with your roller because the drop sheets are contaminated with dust and carpet fibers. So slowly and controlled roll down so you don't hit the trim. Go forward, get it out. And since you got it taped, you can hit that tape. Okay, that's it. You'll hear the sound of the roller getting thin, so you don't want to add more paint. But not too much because now you're coming up to this right here and this, so it's not like a big section. So a little paint, you can always come back for more, okay? Let's start here. Get your trim, but you can close roll to your cut line. And you want to concentrate on one area first. So up, down. Don't hit your ceiling, don't hit your trim. If you hit your ceiling, then chances are you're going to have to repaint your ceiling because it may look white, but after you add ceiling paint to it, it will be a bright white. So you want to get that tape, get this tape, because I forgot to cut it, because I forgot. Tight roll, close roll to everything. Okay, you need more paint. More paint. Okay. Here. Work your way back. See if I can roll on this side here so you can catch more in the camera. Just even your paint out. You don't want heavy texture. Back rolling now, going forward just to even out the paint. That's the key to rolling, is you always have to make sure it's evenly spread. Okay? You don't want to work the paint too much either. So just when you got like little pebble, pebbly texture, not like a waterfall texture. Bring that paint up because this will start to dry when you're working with it. I think I got a little bit too much on my roller, but that's okay. Okay, now this is basically spot priming this whole wall, okay, because you're changing the color. Yeah, color change. Don't hit your trim. That was pretty close. If you do hit the trim, make sure you wipe it off right away with a napkin or rag, your shirt, whatever. Remember that guy on that show, Epic Fail?
Yeah.
And he was, these guys were painting their room, and he was like dipping his butt in the paint and then jumping off the ladder and hitting the wall with the paint.
Oh yeah.
That's not how you paint.
Yeah, you think?
That's Epic Fail. So, back here, so now we can just spread it out this way. Now when you're rolling out a wall and you do something like this, don't leave it, okay? And go for lunch or go on a break. Because then you'll be sorry. Smooth it out. I've seen it happen before. People have done it. Then you have to take a palm sander with 80 grit palm sanding paper to that. What time is it, Gage?
54 minutes.
Oh, less than an hour to do this. It will take you a couple hours to repaint your bedroom, or longer, depends how much experience you have. This feels like it's taking forever for me today. And one more. So not too much, just a little bit more. back rolling now, right? And even texture. Ta-da! Well, that's our wall right there. So now we don't want to forget the spot primer on the patches that we had made, right? So what we need to do is, we don't need to roll this whole wall, okay? We just need to do our patches. So we just, the leftover paint from your walls here, and then just get a little bit of extra paint on it, okay?
Yep.
Roll it, okay? This one, and then, okay? So now what you want to do is you want to feather it out, right? Because you don't want to have heavy texture around your spot prime, okay? Like this, you'll see this. So you want to feather it out. And then whatever else you see that needs to be spot prime, you can hit it, even though it's, you know, you didn't patch it, whatever, a dark spot, hit it, because it will need 2 coats. Just make sure you feather it out nice. You don't want to leave any hard lines from the edge of your roller right here, right, from not having even pressure on your roller. So just a little bit of patches over there, and then that's going to conclude our video on how to
Paint.
change your feature,
Well,
how to change your feature wall in your room, yeah.
or practically everywhere.
So now, okay, everybody, after you got it all spot primed, you want to put your roller back in your tray, roll it, and make sure it's, wet. You want to keep it out of the sun, okay, so let's put it over here. And you want to keep it out of any draft from the wind, because you'll dry up your paint, and then that's it. You'll be straining your paint. So you want to cover your paint with your plastic. And then you want to let this dry. So then after 20 minutes or so, come back in the room, and you want to first start cutting around the ceiling. So you want to brush around the ceiling, around the whole perimeter of your ceiling and your corners, right? And then you'll want to work your way down the corner after you cut all your ceilings, right? Work your way down around the corner, work your way down around here, around the base. And then after you have done that, then you can roll it, and then your room will be finished. So I hope that this video helps everybody out. Now look at how, like, this is only one coat. Come over here, Gage. This is only one coat on this wall, and look how much different this bedroom looks now that this room has been changed. I still have to do one more cut and roll in this room to make it finished. So, but this, like, if you rewind the video to the very beginning and see that this was brown, and how, you can even see this blind really. Now look at how this blind sticks out, how this room is much brighter and seems bigger.
It does, because the bed's out.
Well, even with the bed in, it would still be bigger and brighter.
Whoa.
Well, I hope this helps everybody, and
Hope you enjoyed our video. Like and subscribe. And if you're wondering where the subscribe bell, check down about there. Have a good day. Bye.